soup. Construction is going on. It's the pipe in Amsterdam. There's a lot of construction constantly. Everybody does it, also in the weekends, because then it's the only time they are free. So I'm constantly surrounded by whatever. Drills, concrete walls tumbling down, people making extensions to their houses. It's an ongoing story here in the pipe and in Amsterdam everywhere. I'm gonna fry up some tofu, marinated it into some garlic chili oil, some raw garlic, grate some fresh garlic over it. I sprinkled it with sesame seeds, and that's it. A little bit sesame oil as well, and let it marinate for a little bit, and now I'm gonna bake it off. Then I'm gonna start cooking at the same time the noodle soup. The noodle soup is for lunch. I'm using some gochujang with the Korean chili paste, red bean chili paste, delicious, and a miso soup, soybean, fermented soybeans. This is the light caramel version. You have lots of different colors. You have dark brown ones, you have very pale light ones, almost cream colored. I let that simmer, then I'm gonna put the beans in, the hard vegetables like the cauliflower, then the bell pepper goes in, the stalks of the bok choy, the pak soy in Holland, then the cucumber, and at the same time with this, the brown rice noodle. It's a brown rice vermicelli type of glass noodle, very thin, very healthy, delicious. It only needs 3 minutes. So this is all done in about 4 minutes, the soup. There we go. The popping sound you hear is from the sesame seeds. Now I need to turn the heat a little lower. Until it's golden brown on both sides. Then you take it out, put it on some tissue paper. You're gonna see me with a toilet roll because my tissue paper ran out. My kitchen paper towel. In the beginning it stays quite light, and then it will turn into brown. Yeah, almost. Okay, cooking is not always running. It's also taking your time and soaking all the flavors. So what it does now, I can't tilt it too much. The sesame seeds, when you burn them, they give up a lot of flavor, and that's delicious. They don't necessarily stick on top of the tofu. There's techniques for it, which you can like a crust. But what I like about it is that it gives a lot of flavor into the pan and to the oil. Again, I'm gonna take this out of the oil. Don't throw the oil away. Use the oil in a top, reuse it, rebake with it. Sometimes it's even nice to use it in another marinade or in a dressing, because it's just sesame oil. Your own homemade sesame oil by using rice oil and sesame seeds. Taking the pieces out one by one. Doesn't matter because they're not overly brown. They're crispy now on the outside, and I'm using them. Some of them I put through the soup, and some of them I put as a topping on top. The only thing I'm going to do right now is sprinkle them with a little sesame seeds, the colored version. I'm going to use two types. There's a wasabi type and there's a green chili type, so red and green, which is just nice, and a little sprinkling of salt. So this, don't throw away, it's delicious. And now when it's still hot, it will still stick. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now soup time. Never throw away anything. That's my motive in the kitchen. Reuse. I also use a lot of reused things in my own collections. I've been using blankets since 10 years now, and a lot of other stuff which I reincorporate into new styles or old styles, like bomber jacket parts, or also construct totally new jackets. But I like to use reclaimed wool and reclaimed materials, because that's the way forward. I have one of my coats here. This is a women's wear coat, so I can't fit it. I can try it on for you. It used the sleeves from I used the sleeves from a reclaimed army sweater from a long time ago. Beautiful merino wool and a high upstanding collar, which I think is gorgeous. Big patch pockets, and this is of course way too small. But I'm going to show you one which is my size and which I wear every day. I'm gonna make a delicious noodle vegetable soup. It's a rice noodle, brown rice noodle, and I'm gonna show it in steps what you need to do. It's gonna go very quick and fast, because that's what this soup is. A fast and quick, very colorful, delicious broth. Heat up some fire, little oil, simple oil. Then I'm putting in the onions, fry them. The gochujang, which is the chili paste. The miso. And I'm gonna do something funny. I'm gonna put the green beans already in, because they need the longest. And you smell it already. Now things are already starting to caramelize. A little drop of water. Delicious. Then I put in the cauliflower. I let them stay in big chunks, because I like a chunky vegetable soup. Then I'm adding the noodles, don't be afraid, and I'm adding the stalks of the bok choy and the bell pepper. The noodles already going in a dry pan, that's all fine, because it's gonna simmer anyway. Now it's time to put the water in. We overcook so many vegetables in Europe, and especially also in Holland in the olden days. And a lot of these vegetables I use, also the cauliflower, it's nice when it still has a crunch. You don't want to overly beat everything up to a pulp. Now it's the time to add some of my pre-baked, pre-fried tofu. And I use some of them to put on top later on. Little decoration. I love cutting. I've cut so many patterns in my life, and dresses and fabrics, and there you go, that's the soup. A gorgeous orange, colorful veggie soup with brown rice noodles. The bok choy. Now we top it up with a handful of tauge. I squeeze a little lime over it, and always give the person an extra piece of lime. I might like my soup a bit spicy. The spring onions. Voila, that's lunch. Soup is ready, served hot.